Hi everyone, welcome to my channel CryptoWare. So today we are going to start with the actual practical static analysis of the malware, and we will be following a couple of videos before moving ahead with dynamic analysis too. And we will analyze some actual malware, and I'll show you how to do that. We'll be using some tools. There might be some tools that were not present in our previous lab setup that we did um, in Flare VM. So we'll be installing them, so no worries. Flare VM has a lot of tools which would be very useful for malware analysis. Even after that, sometimes we feel like we would need some other tools too. So at that time, we'll check those things out. Since we are doing static analysis, so we would try to perform static analysis in Linux environment as well. We'll see how we can do that, and in Windows too. So let's get started. Here you can see, and as we had discussed before, there are some tools that we are going to use, and some tools are complete by themselves as well. Like for example, PE Studio, Virustotal, they would give you a lot of details. For example, these tools will give you some limited details, but these tools will give you more details. So today we are just going to see how these tools are giving you some details. We're mostly focusing on Virustotal and PE Studio. Another thing that we are focusing on currently is Windows executable malicious files. And later on, we will move to other malicious files also, other kinds of binaries as well. And now we will see what are we going to check. We are not going to check this for now. We'll be checking this in our next videos, in the upcoming videos basically. These are some of the information that we are going to check, and some metadata. These things also, in case we get to know about these things, we will check them as well. But for now, we are going to see some basic things like the file type, kind of strings, the kind of libraries they have used. So let's get started. So I have started my machine where the Flare VM is already installed. So you can see there is a folder with Flare, Flare name. And you can see there are a number of folders over here that could be used. And there are debuggers, there are disassemblers, there are hex editors, PDF, Python. We'll be mostly looking for these utilities folder where it has a lot of tools that we'll be using, basically utilities. We did talk about some of these tools as well in our previous videos, like Regshot, Procmon. We'll see how to use them as well. Another thing that we are going to do is we will install few things, some other tools as well. Like Tridnet does not come with Flare VM. I'm not sure about the updated one, but if it does, no issue. If it does not, you can download it from here. How you can find the link? You can simply go to the Google and look for Tridnet download. And from here, you can go to this link. And you can simply click on this option. Since I already have it downloaded, so I'm not clicking on it right now. I'll show you how it looks like and how you can use it. Another very handy platform that we are going to use is Virustotal. So here you can put the file or URL or the file hash of the malicious file. What is a file hash? It is a one-way kind of function, and every file has a unique hash. So it is a kind of identifier for a particular file. So you may change the file name to anything. For example, if there is a virus, which is a ransomware, which is WannaCry, and you change it to, for example, photoshop.exe, the name is changed, but the content is the same, like it is actually the ransomware, right? So the hash for that content will be the same for any other file which is a ransomware and its name is different. So that is why we prefer to use hash more as compared to the actual file name. Another thing that we are going to use is we need some sample malware, right, for performing our analysis. We are not going to create any malware on our own at this point. In our later videos, maybe if I get good support from you guys, then I'll be actually trying to do that as well with malware development. Let me know in the comment section if you do need a video, separate video. I'll be creating a separate series for malware development too later on. So now where have I come? How are you going to find this tool? You can simply write the zoo GitHub and search, and the first link that comes is this, a live malware repository. You can clone the GitHub repository as well, but at this stage, I am simply downloading the zip file. Once it gets downloaded, so this is how it looks like. You'll have to unzip it. Sorry, you have to unzip it. Once you unzip it, you'll see that it has a couple of folders and some files. And under there is one folder which is named as malware, and it has all the sample files. We'll go to the binaries, and it has all the folders, most of the malwares that have existed before. So these are already identified malware. So if you have not disabled your Windows Defender, they are going to delete them all. Of course, these are in the zip folder, but once you feel like analyzing them, executing them, it will get deleted by your Windows Defender. So that was one of the main reason why we had to disable the Defender. From here, you can choose any malware of your own, since we are focusing on a Windows machine right now. So we'll be looking for Windows-based malware and exe executable. You can choose anything of your own. I'll choose the rat. And this is again a zip file. It has the MD5 hash. As you can see that we already have been given the MD5 hash. The SHA-SUM, it is another hashing algorithm, SHA. Here it contains the password, which you can open with any notepad, any text editor, which is infected. And you can unzip it. And while unzipping, it will ask for the password. So you give the password, and here is the folder. So it has a couple of files. Make sure you're not executing them. They should not get executed. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is use the tools that we have. Now, I hope that you have installed TridNet in your machine, in your virtual machine. So we'll start this. So what it gives you, what kind of details does TridNet give you? It will give you an idea of what kind of file is it. Is it a Windows executable, or is it a DLL file? So how you're going to analyze? See, here it has a path where you have to give the path of a folder that is very necessary for it to analyze your file. So you go to that particular folder where you had downloaded TridNet. So I had downloaded it under the tools section, the TridNet. And here you can see TridNet devs_XML. And here I choose this devs folder and click on OK. It is analyzing it. It is just updating itself so that it gets easier for us to analyze the file. So once it is done, we will simply put it. I'll take this file from here and drag it over here and see. It gives you all the details that this is an exe, DLL, how much portion is DLL, how much is it executable. You can choose some other files as well. It also gives you the kind of details. Again, it is giving you all the details. So this is how you can use TridNet. Another thing is, before using Virustotal, there's another tool that I said that is a kind of wholesome in itself. So we'll be using that tool because it gives you a lot of details. And why am I using this tool? Just to give you a basic idea. We'll be performing more analysis later on in our upcoming videos. just static analysis will be covered more clearly and will be deep diving into it in a better way. So we'll choose any file and put it over here. And as you can see that it is performing its analysis. From here we have found the MD5. So why I was trying to use this this particular tool, because it gives you a lot of details. In fact, it is well integrated with Virustotal, so you don't even have to use Virustotal separately. But I'll show you how Virustotal looks like once it gets completely analyzed. So it gives you a lot of details. From here, I'll just copy the value because we need the value currently, MD5 hash. So it has given you more details, like it is executable, Microsoft Visual C++, MZ and 4D5A. These two are kind of identifiers for you to understand that, yes, this is a Windows executable. All the Windows executable will have these two identifiers, like the first byte text would be MZ, and the hex would be 4D5A. Also, it is giving you all other information. From here also, you can figure it out that it is a Windows executable. Now, we did talk about indicators of compromise. So what are those benchmarks that is telling us that it is a kind of file that can compromise our machine? Till the time it is getting completely ready for us to check for the rest of the analysis, let's move to Virustotal. Sorry. Yeah. So we had copied the hash and we'll just paste the hash and click on enter. And it should give you all the details, like it is giving you all details related to most of the details, since those malware are actually already identified malware that we have. And Virustotal is a platform that would give you an idea of how many scanners have actually identified that particular malware, that particular file as malware, as a suspicious file. So here 46 out of 63 scanners are telling that this is malicious. So here you can see which scanners or sandboxes are telling you. So Force, Yandex, all those are telling you, all these scanners. You can check the details that it will give you. We'll understand what imp hash is, P header hash, SSD. We'll be learning about these things also in our upcoming videos. Win32 executable. See, it is giving you all the details related to the ThreadNet also. So as I mentioned before, Virustotal, PE Studio, these are kind of wholesome tool. Of course, we do need a lot of other tools as well. This is just the beginning. And for beginners, these tools are really perfect to, analyze and have some fun and see how it looks like. You can see when it was created, the timestamp, first seen in the wild, first submission, last analysis, name. A lot of time it has used the name crypted.exe, portable executable information, some header information, addresses, MD5. What else are we going to see? Relations, scan detections, what kind of URLs it was trying to. You can open this URL. You should not for now. We will not be doing any such kind of thing for now. But we are simply analyzing. We are not running any executable. We are just running the tools and we are just examining. We are not doing anything else because we have to take a number of precautions before that. Domain, contacted domains, contacted IP address, even your strings, the strings command that I mentioned before would give you all such details too. And this is a complete, a lot of details that you get from here. Behavior, HTTP requests, DNS resolutions. These are registry key sets. We'll be understanding these also in our upcoming videos. What else do we have? It is electro rat. You can learn about what rat is. This rat malware, that is something that you can write. Remote access Trojans. It is a Trojan malware designed to allow an attacker to remotely control an infected computer. See, I could have told you directly the definition of rat, right? But what I'm trying to do over here is I'm trying to tell you what your approach should be while performing analysis. It is not necessary for everyone to know each and everything, but it is very important for you to understand how to do your research, how to learn it, and how to move ahead with that. So if you don't know what rat is, it is completely fine. You can always Google. It will give you more details. It will give you more examples. It will tell you why is it so dangerous. Just go and research, watch some videos related to that, and you'll understand a lot of things from there. So let's check our PE Studio if it is done. Yeah, it has still not done, but yeah, it is giving us a lot of details. No, it is done. 46 out of 63, as we saw. So here it gives you all the details. Some of the scanners are telling that it is clean, but we can see that it is not, and we already know that. DOS header, entropy. We did talk about entropy. And we will understand about entropy after a while as well in our upcoming videos too, when we are talking about some packed malware. The stuff that we have, let's header, let's look at the file. You don't have to know everything. I'm not going to tell you each and everything right now, but we'll be checking some interesting directories, interesting files, interesting folders that would be needed. Some of the directories, section files, functions that have been used, virtual protect, it tells you that it was blacklisted, it is blacklisted. The DLL, the library that it has used, terminate process, this should not be used. So that is why it is marking it as malicious. And this is going to help you in dynamic analysis, and I'll show you how in the upcoming videos again. So there are a number of functions that also define why a normal function should not be using it. Like normally those functions maybe do not use these kinds of some kinds of libraries or these kinds of functions. So these are going to help you. We'll be connecting the dots, connecting those information that we are getting from static analysis as of now. You can see strings. These are also giving you some more information. Let us try to let us try to see some other file as well. Okay, exited. Just try. Sorry, eStudio. So open. We chose this one. Let's choose the second one. And let's see. Is it giving something else? Is it giving some other kind of interesting information? It is analyzing. We can copy the hash from here, copy values, and again we go to the Virustotal. As you can see that these two itself are enough for you to do static analysis at a very beginner's level, and they're giving you lots of details. 52 out of 68 vendors have declared it as a malicious file. You can see from here. We can again check the details. What kind of details is it giving? P executable, P32 executable. PE stands for portable executable. It is for Windows. If you see that there's written PE, then it is for Windows basically. ELF is for Linux. We'll be learning about them while we are performing analysis, and it is not necessary for you to know each and everything, but it is very necessary for you to learn how to perform your research, analyze yourself, and hence perform the rest of the examination in the same. So indicators of compromise, it is telling you all other details. See, file dump, no, we don't need to dump anything. directories, we have libraries. These are some basic libraries that are used in almost all applications. But a number of times people perform, inject some malicious code, and it is possible to inject those those good DLLs as well, which are not harmful, but they turn them into something by injecting some malicious piece of code into that. Again, we can see that it is blacklisting some functions. Terminate process, get process ID, raise exception, write file. It is writing something. You can guess certain things from the name of the function as well. Don't have to get into that. Strings, reverse engineering. Okay, it is giving some other kinds of strings it is using. This is the functions that it has used. Keep free, it is totally trying to do something. This is something that you would see a lot while performing Windows executable analysis. You can see some other information as well. Functions that have been used. So a lot of things that we could find from here. Like we could learn how you can perform basic, simplest analysis using just these two tools. Since we are performing static analysis, we can use Linux as well, and Linux also. Like we can use Remnux. I'll show you how you can perform static analysis in Remnux as well, just the static analysis, because for dynamic analysis, it is kind of, you have to be platform dependent. And as we are focusing on Windows executable as of now, so we do need Flare VM, but we'll learn both the aspect, currently focusing on the Windows-based machine. So that's it for today's video. We will be covering static analysis, more of static analysis in our upcoming videos. So stay tuned. See you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.